Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Cooking the Haydens, and I'm Car Boot Chris. And you might notice that I'm on my own this evening. It's just me. You've got the best third of Cooking the Haydens, obviously. So we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. So welcome to the show. We're going to talk about marketplaces. Now, before we get on to do that, I'm going to give everyone a chance to get in to the chat. So we'll do what we normally do. We'll say hello to everybody. If there's anybody new in the chat, then I'd like to say welcome to the channel. And also feel free to get involved in the chat as much as you like. I will pop up messages down here as and when I see them. I'm a full-time reseller. I buy and sell at car boots. Well, I buy mainly at car boot sales, charity shops, obviously, and wholesale, online, retail arbitrage, lots of places like that. And then I flip it on a different marketplace for a profit, hopefully. And then that is how I earn a living, a full-time living, a fairly modest full-time living. I'm not living a rich life. Trust me, I am not rolling it. But it's freedom, and you don't have to work for somebody else. So there's a lot to be said for that. Anyway, that was a long intro, wasn't it? I don't normally do an intro that long, because most of you know what we're all about. Let me just alter this camera a little bit. When we started the intro there, I actually knocked the camera, so it messed up my setup. It looks fine anyway. Hope you're liking the new sort of sleek hairdo. Annabelle cut it at the weekend. It's looking good. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see who's in. We've got Closet Geek was first in. What time was that? That was at 11 p.m. yesterday. Joe, 11 p.m. yesterday. I mean, you're a bit early. You're like 24 hours early, but welcome anyway. Should be an interesting little chat, this. Night's Life is here. We've got Kitan. Hi, Kitan. DB Resells. We've also got Tori. I've just sold something. Why didn't my ka-ching go off? Cycling jersey, 25 quid. Hi, Tori. Won't be chatting because I'm listing. You've got me on the big screen. Oh, lucky you. Even bigger. Okie dokie. Let's see who else. Did I say Damien? I don't know, but there you go. Damien again. I'm a bit delirious because I'm on my own. Oliver Ian is here. Hi, Stephen, or Olivia, as many people call him. Carl is here. We've got Zip Sale is here. We'll talk about Zip Sale in a minute. I think that's Maria. Could be somebody else. Let us know in the chat if it's Maria or not. But we'll talk about Zip Sale in a minute. We've got, no, I've said those two. You're not getting 2 shout outs. Jesus, what do you think I am? PVP from Canada is here. Who else we got? Stu Mandry, hi. Yes, 25, more than 25 actually, PVP. More than 25 marketplaces available in the UK. That is a hell of a lot to choose from. Hi, Laura. We've got Ali. Hi, Ali. Left-handed is here. Kevin, JJ, John, Jason. I'm on a roll. Ray. Hi, Ray. It ain't. Oh, trust me, Ray. As soon as I set up this stream yesterday, I already had 1 thumbs down within seconds. So who cares anyway? It all adds up, doesn't it? Thumbs up, thumbs down, it don't matter. That's what people don't understand. Bills and Moon. Hello, it's Nicola. I changed my channel name. Oh, interesting name. You can let us know what that's all about at some point. Hi, Joanne. We've got Chris Ood. We've got Alan. We've got Leslie. We have Alistair. Is that yes? First time watching. Oh, welcome. Welcome. Very brave getting in the chat, but that's what we like to see. First timers. Sarah's here. I'm guessing it wasn't her cup of tea tonight. Well, we kind of had a free week. We kind of had an extra week in the 4-week cycle, so we decided to do something different this week. Monkey Thrifter's here. Lana, where's the star? That's naughty. That's hurt my feelings. Ian is here. Chris is too famous to share the spotlight. Yeah. Hi, Steve Jackson. Oh, crikey. I can't get to the bottom. James Tonks. There's Zip Sale again. I'm assuming it's Maria. Aaron Tibbet. Trotters. Oh, there's a lot of people in. A lot of people. Hashtag Chris is famous now. Fletch1. Gary, hi Gary. Dave Repairs. We've got tea cakes. Lots of people. Yes, it is Maria. Oh, that's good to know. I can call you by your name then. Polar CCC. Jamie, hi Jamie. Christ. Mandy. We've made it. Happy days. Only took 5 minutes. But I like to try and shout everybody out who's taken the time to at least get here on time and get here early even. But yeah, it's nice to just shout people out and say hello. Right. So what the heck are we doing tonight? Right. Well, I would say most of us, if not all of us who are resellers watching this, because there are some non-resellers as well. But it's got to be all of us who are resellers sell on eBay amongst others. But eBay is probably the constant platform that we all use. I'd be very surprised if there's anybody here in the chat, and feel free to put your hand up if you don't operate on eBay. Some of us also cross-list elsewhere onto different platforms. And would you believe it? There are more than 25 UK platforms that you can buy and sell on. Both, I think, most of them, yeah. Buy and sell, or majority. You can, list your items. You can cross-list. And therefore make more money, sell more items. Now, I'm saying that, but I don't cross-list on a lot of things. I use eBay, Depop, Facebook Marketplace, and I'm doing a little bit of testing on Vinted. Yes, before you say anything, I know it's not for business sellers, but there's a hell of a lot of business sellers on there. And I reckon at some point in the future, Vinted will probably allow business sellers on officially. But Annabelle's used it to clear some of her stuff out. That's the idea of Vinted. And I've just put a couple of bits on there just to see what happens with it. So there are tons of marketplaces in the UK. eBay, and I'm not really dissing eBay when I say this, or I'm trying not to, but it's volatile at the moment, isn't it? It's up here, it's down here. It's up here, it's down here, right? And it's unpredictable. So when things start getting unpredictable and your income's going like this, what have you got to do? You've got to start looking at other options. You've got to start thinking about, how can I have some backup to eBay? Because when eBay's down here, I need something else up here. So that might mean that you cross list somewhere else and try and generate some other sales. So some of you might know, I'll get back to the chat in a second. I've got to get this out of my system. Some of you might know that I've been working with a company called Zipsale. This is not a sponsored video, by the way, before you say anything. This is not a sponsored video. I've been working with a company called Zipsale, along with quite a few other resellers as well, some probably in the chat. And they are building a cross-listing platform which should make life a bit easier if you want to cross-list on multiple platforms in the UK. So that's in the process of being built. You can actually sign up now, and you can have access to eBay, Shopify, and Etsy. And there's more coming in the future. But I'm giving a shout to Zipsale right now because I was chatting with them last week and they've done a ton of research. And Maria specifically, who's in the chat now, Maria has done a ton of research on all the marketplaces across the world, as well as the UK. I'm interested in the UK. So I asked Maria if she would mind sharing a bit of that research with me so that I could see this list of marketplaces, and she kindly shared it with me. So I feel like I should reciprocate and do a little bit of a shout out for Zipsale as well, because that's going to be the basis of this video tonight, this live show, all about marketplaces. And Maria has really helped me out by giving me that list so that we can chat about it. So that's where we're at. There's tons of marketplaces. Some are better than others. I've not heard of a lot of them. I've done very little research on them. All I've got is 25 windows ready to share with you guys. But what I really want you guys to do is get involved in the side chat, right? Because some of these I've never bought from, I've never sold on. And it would be useful if you want to get involved and tell us your experience of buying or selling on that platform. So great. If you've got a bit of experience, some of these you might not have even heard of. So let's just see where we're up to in the chat. Ali says, I'm a non-reseller but love watching reselling videos. Might give it a go. I hope you do, Ali. It's not a bad little. It's nice as especially as a part-time job where you're not reliant upon it. Can be a really nice side income. Let's see. Oh, Joanne's not a reseller either. It doesn't matter, Joanne. You're always welcome. Let's have a look at. Here we go. Bills and Moon. I still can't get used to that name. Bills and Moon says, I was so glad this week to have Depop and Etsy because eBay was low on the sales front. That's exactly it. I need to be more active cross-listing, definitely, because eBay's had a really slow few days. Zipsale, you'd have to check with Maria, who's here. So if you want to answer anybody's questions whilst you're here, Maria, then feel free. But it's probably not available here. But I know they are going to work their way across They're going to go for global domination at some point. So there you go. Can I do sign language? Well, but, oh no, kids are watching. I can't do that, can I? Just pretend I didn't do that, Queenie. No, I can't. Is it? No, I can't. Can you lip read? Here we go. Damien says, will Zipsale have the ability to delist an item on a platform once it's sold? I believe that function will be coming soon. It's still in development and testing. Hi, Pat. Yes, Joanne, it's only UK now. We're very young, still building the product. Kitan says, I used to use Gumtree a lot, now hardly do. Use Facebook, pick up on the days when it's quiet. James Tonk says, cracking idea Zipsale, but I think your prices are way off. £29 for up to 100 items, ouch. That's something that Zipsale are looking at because they're still in development. So who knows, you know. I would say don't, you know, at the moment you can sign up for free, by the way. You can do it for free. So we don't know for sure what the final price is going to be. Ray says, my eBay this month has been the worst month in the last 3 years. Wow. It's certainly been challenging the last week. I mean, it's crazy. This is what I was talking about before. I think last week, the last managed payments week, not this one, I had a really good week, I think on one day I did over 400 quid. And that's unusual. That's not a normal day. So that really made it a good week. This week's been shite, basically. So the ability to make sales elsewhere when eBay's bad is going to be a must, I think, in the future. Auto delisting will be available in June. When your item is sold, it will be automatically delisted from the other platform. That's good. Oh, she's here. Annabelle. Thanks for the love, but I have to let him have some limelight from time to time. Don't worry, I'm not off the hook. He has me listing. Get on here, go on, worker. Don't work too much or you'll need a pay rise. Underpaid, overworked, yeah. Okay, so eBay's a roller coaster. It is a roller coaster. At the moment, really. I think at the moment, whilst they're messing about a lot with item specifics, it's a massive roller coaster. It really is. Ray's first time I've ever had a two days no sales. I'm on my best month of 2021, top 4 overall with a week to go, potentially my best month ever. That's good, Damien. But it just shows you, you know, some people having a bad month, some people having the best month ever. It's so random. Exactly, Stu. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. It's got to be that. They're messing about with the rhythms and that. Yeah, so okay. Before we kick off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share each of the marketplaces. I've got quite a lot of windows ready to open up at the top. I'm hoping my internet connection and StreamYard holds up. So we're gonna briefly look at each one, and please let me know if you've got experience of that marketplace, what it's about, what the costs are. If it's any good, have you made any sales? Have you bought something from it? Any of that information, put it in. It's going to help us all because this is not really for me. It's for everybody to learn something. So let's kick it off with this question, right? Let me just say officially, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Depop. Right, so I utilize 3 marketplaces at the moment. So everyone in the chat, stick a number in the chat, how many marketplaces do you utilize? So mine is eBay, Depop, Facebook. So 3 for me. So stick your number in the chat. Let's see how many marketplaces you're all using. That's like a bit of a place to kick off, isn't it? Oh, Dave's doing well. None. Johnny Fanta is on 2. Oh, Christ, that went up quick. Damien 3. Bill is... Damien 1, Bill is 3. TD 2. We've got 1. Lana's on 4. That's interesting, Lana. Ian's on 1. Bills and Moon is on 4. Oh, Christ. Mondo's on 2. Oliverine's on 2. JJ's on 5. Stu's on 4. Shabba's on 2. Johan's on none, we know. Ray's on 3. Bounty Hunter 3. Ali buys from 2. Okay, that's fair enough. Monkey Thrift is on 3. Shabba's looking at Depop in the next few weeks. 1, 3. Technically 4, but not focused. Okay, 2, 3. Left-handed's on 6. That's the highest one yet. That's a 6 from left-handed. Let's see what else I got there. Shabba's 2. Jilly's 1. Tea Cake's 4. 5, Stu says now. Forgot Red Bubble. Well, that's not even on my list of 25, Stu. So we'll have a look at that if I can remember. What the hell is Red Bubble? Jesus. Let me write that down. And I've circled it like it's in a bubble. How's that? How's that for professionalism? Shit, my book's not even standing up now. I've moved it. No, Pleasant Valley, none at the moment, but 1 again soon, just eBay. JJ's on 6. Okay, so most people list on more than 1, I would say, out of that list, which is interesting. Anyone on ebuygumm? We'll talk about ebuygumm in a bit, JJ. Stu says Redbubble is a platform for selling merch. Oh, I do know it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've not included that because there's quite a few merch things. I've not included merch in the selling platforms. But you can have it if you want. Jason, that's a shocker. I wouldn't know. Oh, Laura says 4, sorry. Right, okay. So we're going to start at the very beginning, which is a very good place to start. But before I do that, just in case... JJ's added... Oh, just keep going, JJ. You know, we're on 7 now. I'm going to share the screen. It's going to be tricky for me to keep sharing the screen and keeping an eye on your chat, but I'll do my best. Just in case you've not seen Zip Sale, this is the website. It's zipsale.co.uk. And it's all about cross-listing, saving time, and getting your items on as many marketplaces as possible. As I said, there's myself and a few other resellers who are trying to help them develop the product and test it. So we've been testing it. We've been listing on eBay, Etsy. I don't do Shopify, but some people do. So we've been trying to get the bugs out of it and help them with ideas and suggestions and stuff like that. So there you go. Now, before we carry on, I need to get to my banners because we're going to do this proper. We're doing a proper job on this tonight. So we're going to start. Here's where we're going to start. We're going to start with the biggest marketplace. Now, put your experiences in as we go through each one. The biggest marketplace in the world. It's not eBay, of course. It's Amazon. So what I'm going to do, God, it's so tricky now to do. I need two screens. So hopefully you can see, I'm just going to ping up each marketplace as we go through it. So Amazon, and all these figures that I'm going to give you were last year. Amazon roughly has 2.5 billion visits to their website every month. 2.5 billion. And that makes them the biggest marketplace on the internet, never mind the UK. That's a lot of visitors. But as far as selling on the marketplace goes, now this is just Amazon's homepage, and you can probably see what I've been searching here because it saves it. Zippers and cameras. But as far as their marketplace goes, I used to be on Amazon. I used to sell on Amazon using FBA and FBM. But I didn't like it. I did not like it. They make a lot of charges. If you're on FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, there is up to 5 different fees that you can expect to be hit with, which in the end means that they probably take about 30 to 40% of your sale price, which is a lot of money. A lot of people, don't get me wrong, a lot of people make a lot of money out of Amazon, but I think you have to work pretty hard at it, and you have to get a lot of volume through Amazon. Personally, I don't like it, and I've got no plans to continue anything. I've taken all my inventory off Amazon, and I've got no plans at all to ever sell on there again in the near future. It's a complicated platform, or I found it was anyway. Maybe it's because I'm a bit simple. I really did not like it very much at all. You think eBay is bad? Wait until you've had a go at Amazon. Their customer service is zero. They give zero hoots about their sellers. They do not care. So it's a very, very difficult one to sell on. T-Cake says Shopify is the second biggest behind Amazon. They are talking about doing an eBay. Wow, that could be interesting, T-Cakes. That could be very interesting if they were going to come up with a marketplace. Oh, no problem, Maria. No, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting journey seeing what you do into it. You know, so much work goes into building a cross-lister. You know, an unbelievable amount of work. Pleasant Valley says there are a few big ones like eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and Depop. The smaller ones don't produce much in sales from what I've read. Still always interested in learning. I think what we're going to find when we go through these PVP and everyone else is that the smaller ones tend to focus on niches. So the smaller sales sites, most of them they're not general. They are like vintage or high fashion or designer, you know, that kind of stuff. Let's have a look. Depending what categories, so sometimes it can be cheaper than eBay. Sometimes, yeah, bound to be price differences, though, isn't there? I mean, sometimes you can actually get more for your items selling them on Amazon as you can on eBay, but of course, Amazon also take a bigger slice of the pie as well. TK says, I ditched FBA, now only do FBM, works for me. That's good then, TK, if it works for you. FBM's probably better, you know, in regards to fees. There's a lot less fees because you're doing all the work yourself. And obviously FBA, they're doing the work for you, so they charge you more. Bill says Amazon do not care about it. And then, yeah, they don't care about any of the sellers. In fact, no, that's probably a lie. They care about the ones that are bringing millions of pounds in, the ones that are selling millions of items that are replenishables, that are exactly what Amazon want. They don't want the one-off second-hand items. They really don't want it. Yeah, definitely. A lot of people have walked away from selling on Amazon. A lot of people have. So don't forget, guys, I need your help. If you've got something to say about a platform, put it in the chat and we'll talk about it. So we all know pretty much about Amazon. Let me just take that one off. We all know about Amazon. But the next one on the list, and you might notice which order we are going in. We're going in alphabetical order because that's the way I wrote it down. Amazon have just removed 6 or 7 of their biggest sellers on the platform. Oh, they don't care about big sellers either. No, they don't. You're probably right, JJ. I don't think they really give a damn about anybody. And that's, I know eBay can be a pain, but at least eBay, it's a bit more personal. So we'll move on to the next one. Asos. I don't know. Marketplace. This was one I didn't even know had a marketplace. I really didn't. So if you've got an experience of Asos or Asos, drop a comment in there. I'm going to share the screen. I'll get rid of Amazon for now because we don't want to see them anymore. Let's add to screen. So here we go. So I brought this one up on the page that is all about selling and how you sign up, and it tells you all about it. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it. Is it Asos? Asos Marketplace. So the benefits of Asos. Sell to Asos's extensive global audience of 20-something fashion lovers. Okay, so this is aimed at the 20-somethings, maybe a bit like Depop, perhaps. Personal account manager, you get your own boutique, an editable boutique storefront. Opportunities for editorial coverage on our website, social media, etc. So here's the important bit. When you make a sale on Asos, you pay 20% commission. So at the end of the day, it's probably, maybe a little bit more than eBay. eBay can go right up to 20%, depending on a lot of factors. But yeah, 20%, quite high, isn't it? Your product images have got to be up to scratch. You need to apply for an account. Right. To become a boutique on Asos, you must be selling either your own designs or a true vintage collection, year 2000 or older. So in that respect, that's a bit like Etsy. So it's got to be vintage, genuine vintage. So you'll need a PayPal, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Okay, so that's Asos. So you can sell on there. It sounds like you've got to jump through some hoops to get your account open. Let's just have a look at their main website. Didn't this used to be like a catalog company? I might be even wrong on that. Yeah, so they're certainly aiming at a young market, looking at the images and stuff. But it's interesting. I'd not heard of that one. Anyone else sell on this platform? Be interested to know. What's this? Claire says they've recruited an English Poshmark lead to see if they can launch it as a direct competition to eBay, as it is in the USA. One to watch and high all. Oh, right. That's interesting. So they're putting some money behind it, aren't they? PVP says, just wondering what the views and sales are in Asos. I need to get on to the next one before I say something wrong. Might get some chicken pot teas on Asos. Yeah, we've seen them, Brum. We've seen them. You need to get them out. You need to start selling them. I thought it was as well, Peter. I thought it was a catalogue company, like Grattan and K's and that. I thought it was that. Maybe they developed, changed with the times. Looks like a site for hipsters. Not for Fletch one. He's not interested in that one. Oh, wow. Claire says, The amount my daughter buys on Asos is a load. I wonder what they do, like second-hand wise. Let me just scan on there. Right, so if you go to men, sorry, I know I'm not sharing the screen at the moment. Let's just look at t-shirts, men's t-shirts. Or do I have to go to boutique to look at that? I bet these are all brand new, aren't they? Oh no, vintage. So the prices are quite high. Let me share that screen again. There you go. We're going to be here all night, if we look into this much on everyone, but some of them are going to be quick though, I'm telling you. So here you go. I've just gone into men's t-shirts, and these are all what sellers are selling, and these are their pictures. So I guess a bit like Depop, there's nothing on mannequins. So lots of vintage tees. But they take 20%, and I think that's quite high. Pandemic survivor. Yeah, so some of these are... Yeah, okay. Royal Mail do a lot for Asos. Night's Life says we have loads of Asos parcels at ours with 3 females, but get loads sent back. All right. View does not equal sales, though, as we know. Overpriced, but useful for home delivery, I guess, at that age. Asos Marketplace has 1.3 million visitors a month. That's interesting. It's probably more than some of the others, like Depop. Not Depop. It's not more than Depop, but is it more than? Let me look at my list. It might be more than Vinted. Here we go. For one-off items, eBay's 15 to 20%. It's fantastic value. Can't achieve the same reach and price anywhere else. And that's the thing with eBay, isn't it? I mean, when you look at the numbers of visitors on eBay, I think the stat I've got here for eBay is 914 million visitors per month. And that might have gone up now because that was last year's numbers. It's probably gone up now. But, you're getting close to 1 billion visitors, and you're getting that number of potential customers, 1,000 times more than Asos, potentially 1,000 times more. All right, let's move on to the next one. I told you we're going to rattle through some of these. This one's interesting. I think this one is particularly interesting. I had a look at this earlier. Bonanza. Now, let us know in the chat if any of you guys have sold on this platform. I'm going to shut down Asos. Bonanza. Welcome to e-commerce by Seller's Choice. Most recommended marketplace. Best for ease of use, top support, and more sales. I mean, they're very generic claims. As voted by 60,000 independent sellers across 5 annual surveys between 2013 and 18. Highest overall score. How likely are you to recommend the marketplace to a friend? The next 3 in line were Etsy, Ruby Lane, and Amazon. Never heard of Ruby Lane. So it says here, 0 listing fees and 0 setup costs. We've spent years listening to our sellers. Their entrepreneurial spirit inspires us to work harder and smarter. Blah, 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 blah. It probably doesn't hurt you. You can save 50% in fees. Oh, so there are some fees. Let's see if I can see what the fees are. I can't even find it. Does anyone sell on Bonanza? Start now for free. See what happens when I press that. About. Bonanza has a seller-centric marketplace since inception. We don't make any money until you do. Well, that's obvious. No listing fees, no monthly store fees, no other sneaky fees. We pay all advertising costs until you make a sale. What it fails to do is tell you what the fee is when you make a sale. I'm not seeing that information here, which is great. Let me come back to the chat and see if any of you use it. Goat Jazz been watching ice hockey. Never heard of that one. Claire Vickers says US resellers use Bonanza for home goods and cosmetics and the like. Oh, thanks, Zip Sale. Thank you, Maria. 3.5% trans. So it's quite a low fee. So it's a very low fee, 3.5%. Bonanza set. I've got here written on my list only 240,000 visits a month, so it's quite small. Wyatt Earp and Billy the Kid are being sellers. Very good, Z. Nice one. Sneaky fees, too funny. So there's Bonanza. So it's not really drawing me to them. They're not selling it to me. I'm just looking back on it in a second. Hang on a second. Recent sales. Let's see what's sold recently. Can I do that? No, I can't. I don't think they have a lot of traffic by the looks of it there, to me. John Boy from A Little House on the Prairie. No, don't worry, Joan. It's good that you're just here. That's all that matters. What's next? The Waltons. Hi, Kathy. Question from Z. What would you say are the top 3 things you are looking for that makes selling on another platform worth your while? It's got to be the amount of traffic that they get, is one. So is it a well-known site? Are you going to waste your time? Are you going to waste your time listing stuff on there? Probably. So considering that, so that's one. The second one is got to be, what are the costs involved in selling? I don't know what the third one would be. The ease of, do you have to do 1,000 item specifics on every item? Maybe that's one. What protection you have as a seller, when things go tits up, that could be one. Chaz says, evening, Chris. Do you still use the Flex and Seal, the Scotch one? I've still got some of that left, Chaz. Still got some left. I use it occasionally when the product is right. It's one of those things. It's one of those packagings that it's not right for everything. So I'm still using it, but I use it at the right time, if you know what I mean. Here we go. Bonanza is trying to move eBay as their interface is better and fees are lower, but they are still developing their platform in the UK. US visitors 3.8 million a month. Now that would be interesting if they got to that number in the UK. But in the UK, it's 200,000 a month. That's what I said before, wasn't it? Yeah, I've got 240,000 written down here, which is not a lot at all, is it? Yeah, Damien, you're probably right there. Traffic. And Dave says traffic. And are they advertising on TV or radio? That's it, really. I mean, you look at Vinted's TV campaign. They must be spending a fortune on their TV campaign. It's literally, I see it on every set of adverts, and I think it's having some traction because I'm using Vinted quite a lot. Well, to browse as a buyer, and their interface is really good to use. But we'll talk about Vinted a bit later. There you go. Traffic, sales, and fees not too high. Traffic, fees, I can't think of a third, yeah. Organization of lists, that could be something. Customer support. James says sales, reputation, fees, and traffic. Design of the website. Vinted are all over TV. Stu says traffic, cost, how many glitches the platform suffers. Yeah. eBay have got a big advertising campaign in the UK at the moment as well. They've got a massive advertising campaign. It's like 1 minute you see Vinted and then you see eBay on telly. That's what it is at the minute. So many ads. Okay, that's Bonanza. You make your own decisions if you think you want to go and have a look. That's what I'm kind of saying to you guys when we're looking through each of these is if you see something and you think, you know what, I won't mind having a look at that, go and have a look. Google the website, whatever, and give it a go. Try it and then let us know how you found it. So here's the next one, Craigslist. Never used it in my entire life, never used it. So let's share, oh crap, let's share the screen here. So here's what Craigslist looks like. And I've got my local one up. You have to choose your local area. And I've got Devon and Cornwall up. So as far as I can tell with Craigslist, it's like a classified ads page. And you click your local area. And then you can go down into all these categories. They've got jobs, housing, for sale, services, community. Over here, you can create a posting. I wonder what happens if I press that. What type? Right, so it goes through the procedure. What kind of listing is it? Blah, 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 blah. So let's just have a look for something for sale. Now let's just search. Let's search Walking Dead. See what comes up. Oh, you couldn't write it, could you? There's nothing with Walking Dead listed on Craigslist. So let me go. Let's try something a bit more generic then. T-shirt. We try that. No result. They've not even got a T-shirt on here. This is going well. What else could you have on Craigslist? Car. Zero local. No one uses. I've decided no one uses Craigslist in Devon and Cornwall. So let's go to my old haunting ground, Manchester. Let's try Walking Dead there. Oh, what a shite website this is. Let's just click a category. Let's make it easy for them. Toys and games. One listing in Manchester. I don't think even this is widely used. So it's basically a classified ads thing. Now on my list, I've got that it has 455,000 visits every month. Wow, what are these people looking at? I don't think I would have any cause to ever use Craigslist. What about you guys? What a waste of time that was. Craigslist won't take off due to similar format to Gumtree. Yeah, it's a bit like it, isn't it? Ali's bought a guitar and when she was in the US. Take away the region. It was a waste of time, James, anyway. It was crap. Don't bother with Craigslist. Classified ads. Wouldn't sell there, don't want strangers. What about Facebook Marketplace? Do you not have people coming to your door for that? More hitmen than t-shirts. Dodgy. Oh, right. Richard said it's just dodgy stuff on Craigslist. Oh, I had jobs ticked. Did I? Shite site. Yeah, I mean, it's so basic, isn't it? It's like, it's so basic. Let me just go back on there whilst you lot are chatting a second. Did I have jobs ticked? I'm just on the main page. No, I'm on Devon and Cornwall. What would be an easy thing to find on Craigslist? I don't even know. Toy. It's got to be something with toy in the title. One toy for sale. Show 44 more. There's nothing. What a pointless website. I'm not even wasting any more time on Craigslist. Drugs and guns. Bradley. Hi, Bradley. Craigslist is a fucking waste of time. They've not done an update since 95 when it was Windows 95, Chaz. Jewelry. Oh, that might have worked. I'm not going to bother wasting any more time. It's bollocks, in it. None of us are going to sell on Craigslist. Craigslist is very dodgy in the USA. Search Craigslist. Oh, this chat is going way off. Oh God, careful searching toys, God. I only had one result come up, thankfully. Move on. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see what's next. I say it's worth looking at these things, but as long as some things you don't spend too much time on. Here we go. A reasonably decent marketplace. Depop. So who out of you guys are Depoppers? Put a comment in there if you operate on Depop. I do. I think I've only sold 6 or 7 items, but I've not given it massive attention. I think I've got about 40 items listed. I've sold about 6. But if you're on Depop, drop a comment in there whilst I share the screen. For any of you who have not utilized Depop, this is what it looks like on a desktop. It's predominantly made for utilizing on your mobile. It's a mobile thing. They take 10% in fees. There's no list fee at all. You just pay 10%, a flat 10% when it sells. So basically, it goes to your PayPal and then they take 10% off it. So very, very simple, structure. It's definitely a younger marketplace. They don't like you to, they don't like you to put photos on with mannequins. You won't find anything with mannequins. It's all got to be modeled or flat lay. So this here is, if you don't know, this is what you'd call a flat lay. Well, that one there is. That one there is. That's on a hanger. These are modeled. So this is the kind of imagery that they want on their site. I think the prices are starting to go up a bit on Depop. Look at that, 99 quid there for a t-shirt. But I'm finding it is quite a nice platform to utilize, to list, but I'm finding it quite quiet. Even with 40 to 50 items, I thought I might have a bit more interest on some of the stuff. But everything that I have listed on Depop is also on eBay. So let's see who out of you guys. Oh, JJ's on Depop. Don't do. Is it worth the effort? I'm not sure at the moment, Tea Cakes. I think you have to go like over 100 items for it to be worth even bothering with. I need to put more time into Depop, definitely. No, they do other stuff as well, Kathy. You can sell other things other than clothes as well. Catan's on there, but not listed anything. JJ's working on his Depop while listening. So there's quite a lot of you dabbling in Depop. Dave said it's not worth the effort. I don't think we can say for sure that it's not worth the effort. I don't think, Dave, because I mean, I've had 6 sales on there in a few months, but I've not been giving it the time. I think it's a bit like eBay. You've got to feed it, you know, regular listings, daily listings, even if it's just 1 or 2 a day. And a lot of people have said to me, you've got to try and get over that 100 item mark in your store. That can be quite good. But the problem is you have to bump your items at least once a day, maybe twice a day. When I say bump, you have to do a mass edit on your items. Don't change anything. It just refreshes it in the listings. So it appears in the listings again. And that's really important, to bump your items. Bit of a pain in that respect. I don't like the bump thing. Ray's doing better and better each month on Depop. That's good to know. Laura couldn't get on with it. I don't know. I've got no idea, Peter. I haven't got a clue why they don't like the mannequin pictures, but their algorithm seems to pick them up and they just won't show them in listings. It's only PayPal, Joan, yes. Ray says, I do all mine on hangers and get sales to draw pack. Yeah, the bumping is an absolute pain. Oh, I do apologize, JJ. I'm sorry. I sell watch bands on Depop. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I didn't put the two together, Jason. I didn't realize it was Jess. Forgot about that. Damien's got a good point there. None of the sites are passive. You want sales, you got to work at it. Trouble is, it's hard to constantly maintain multiple platforms. Yes, indeed. And I guess that is where a good, useful, functioning cross-listing platform might be of assistance. And as far as I'm aware, other than ZipSale, there isn't one in the UK that does it. There isn't one. Maria says, we're in the process of integration with Depop. I look forward to when you guys are doing Depop, because then I will definitely get some use out of it, or I'll be able to test it a lot more. And I'm just going to repeat to you, I'm not being paid for this video in any way. This is not a sponsored video. I'm not bigging up ZipSale. All I'm saying is they're the only cross-listing platform in the UK. They're going to be out soon. It could be an option to look at them. I get nothing out of it. You know, if you sign up, you sign up. Z's not hip enough to be on Depop. I don't know. I reckon you could model some stuff, Z. You know, with those long flowing locks, you could probably give some sort of pouting looks with like a leather jacket or something. No, you probably get kicked off Depop. You're right. Josh says, what has the turnout been like at the Plymouth boot sales? Oh, they've been pretty busy, Josh. Yeah, they've been good. Been all right. Right, we'll move on. We've done Depop. Most of us know about Depop. You either want to do it or you don't. So next one on the list, one that I've never heard of, is this one, Designer Vintage. So let's have a little look at this one. If you're in the chat, drop a comment if you focus a lot on designer clothing, high-end clothing, because there are I've just read PvP's comment, There are quite a few platforms that focus on high-end, and I'm talking really high-end, like expensive designer clothing. So let me share the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. It's called Designer Vintage. And these operate across Europe, this company. I know that much. And at the moment, well, as of last year, their monthly visitors is only 30,000. But I would imagine it's not your average Joe that is going on this site. So it's not going to get all your eBayers and stuff. People are going on these particular sites because they want high-end quality, top brand stuff. So it says here, the luxury platform for the best designer treasures. So the best vintage designer items, no commission, authentication by experts. So if you have a look at some of this, here you go. I mean, this probably isn't going to be for most of us, but maybe one or two of you. Cola Flipper, maybe. He sells high-end stuff. There's Chanel. There's Hermes. Is that a brand? I thought they were a postal company. Chanel, Mulberry, Gucci, and all that stuff. And it's not really for me because I just don't do this level of stuff. You know, I'll just stick to me Primark and me Debenhams and all that shite. But no, I very rarely do anything really designer. Vintage, yes, but designer, no. Let's just click on how it works, and just in case you might be interested. Designer Vintage is the online luxury platform for buying and selling authentic secondhand designer items. All items are carefully checked by our team of experts on authenticity. Designer Vintage does not charge any commission, so all proceeds are for you. This also results in sharp pricing and a win-win situation. At Designer Vintage, you pay a fixed fee beforehand to list your item. We call this a credit. This is a one-time payment for the placement of your advert. After your item gets sold, the entire proceeds are for you. No hidden costs. So you can boost your items with advertisements and refreshing. It'll be online for 2 months. If you don't sell in 2 months, you can reactivate. There you go. I don't know if many of us would take advantage of this website or this platform, but it's there, so it might be worth knowing about. But there are quite a few of these designer marketplaces. Never heard of it, James says. Me neither. Defo worth the high fees when they authenticate it and get top money. That's a good point, Tea Cakes. If your item actually gets authenticated. I wonder what their fixed fee is. Because, I mean, if you've got something, you know, designer, like really expensive, and even if you don't want to keep it listed on there, it could be worth paying for it to be authenticated and then list it elsewhere. Could you do that? High-end stuff, yeah, very high-end. Auto trader for clothes. I was thinking the same thing, PvP. What are the fees? I've deleted it now. But I would imagine it's, there you go, $49.95. Did I miss it? So maybe not worth it. Well, I suppose if you got something for like £1,000 or more, it could be worth paying that to get it authenticated. And then you could cross-list it knowing that it's authenticated. Interesting idea. But I think we'll move on because I don't think most of us are into that level of designer stuff. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, look who it is. eBay. Well, we all know eBay because eBay, I think I am making the assumption that eBay is 99% of our main reselling platform. So with that in mind, all I'm going to do here, we all know about eBay. We know how it works and how it doesn't work. This is my eBay site. This is a complete self-promotion moment. This is my shop. I've got a lot of caps on that top page. Why are there so many caps there? There's a bloody lot of caps. Yeah, so eBay fees vary greatly depending on whether you promote, and there's various other things that can affect what percentage you end up paying. But overall, by the time you paid your shop fees, your promotion fees, and all that malarkey, it can add up to anywhere between 17 and 20%, or 15 to 20%. It varies greatly depending on what level shop you've got and all that business. So, as someone said earlier, I can't remember who it was, with eBay, you've got access to nearly 1 billion visitors every month. And that is what eBay gives you for your fairly high percentage. Just out of interest, does anybody who's a reseller in the chat not use eBay? Maybe you've had a falling out with eBay and you've had to go elsewhere, or by choice you don't use eBay, or you have other options. Maybe eBay isn't for your product. I don't know. John. What is eBay? Who knows? It's like a shop, Brum. They sell records and stuff. Yeah. Buy from Chris or Batman will beat you up. 899 nosy bastards. I know, yeah, I know. Some people do buy something now and again, though, which is useful when it's your full-time income. 809. Oh, I know what you're looking at now. Yes, 899 followers. Be nice to get to 1,000, wouldn't it? Yeah. Sorry, I was just pinging back then, and I realised you weren't even sharing anyway. So yeah, eBay. We all know eBay, of course. eBay. I thought you were having dinner at Weatherspoons or whatever it was. Nightlife. Pain in the ass. Kieran's a full-time ebuygumm seller. Sorry, I got a drink. My throat's drying up. This is because I'm on my own tonight. I'm having to do all the talking. Well, good luck with that, Kieran. That's all I can say. eBay isn't perfect, but they have worked well for me over many years. That's true, PvP. They're not perfect by any stretch, but when you compare them to how Amazon treat you as a seller, you could call eBay amazing compared to how you get treated at Amazon. And they give you access to a massive marketplace across the world. They give you easy access across the world. There you go. There it is. There's not much point in talking too much about eBay because we all know. So true. Just stop messing about with it. Leave it be. Leave it be, please, eBay. Just let it settle for a few years. Do an update in a few years. Why do you have to do one every 2 months? Just messes with our heads, doesn't it? Kieran says, Chris, have you ever thought about sacking eBay off and creating your own website and going on your own path? And ebuygumm is basically a joke now. Was promised a new website and app nearly 5 months ago. Not great, Kieran, is it? Not great at all. I've used Shopify and I've had a website in my early days when I first started reselling. I had a Shopify site. But I think you'll end up plowing more money into that than you would eBay, trying to get your website recognized, trying to get it traction, trying to get it visitors. How can you even, get 100,000 visitors to your website would be, impossible. It would cost you a fortune. So no, Kieran, I wouldn't do it. I don't really see the point when you've got nearly 1 billion visitors you know, for 20%, maximum 20%. You know, in some cases it's less, it's 15%. As a buyer, eBay is my fave. I must admit, I shop a lot as a buyer on eBay as well. We all love eBay, really. It's very hard for me to criticize eBay too much, because at the end of the day, that's where I make most of my living. But I do wish that they would settle down a bit and stop making changes. I really do. I think it's affecting us as sellers, and it's affecting whether your item gets found or not. Shabba says, so long as you follow procedures on eBay when you run into a problem, they're not too bad, although I hate the automated feedback removal, even when a customer puts negative. Tea cakes, you're absolutely right. It's all about the traffic, and notoriously hard to get the traffic, and sorting out the SEO side of it, and then paying to get your website high on Google rankings costs a lot of money. Hooray says, eat, sleep, and dream eBay. Waiting for my Ginger Clown DVD to arrive. Nice one. Exactly, Damien. Totally true. eBay is in the top 10 most visited websites in the UK. Can't compete with that on your own site. No, you can't. You'd end up pouring a lot of money into getting your own site recognized. Okay. Right, let's move on, because we don't need to spend time on eBay. Right, here's an interesting one. I'm sure some of you might use this site, and it's this one, ebid. I'll just ping this one up from TCakes. eBay is the cheapest by far per million views, but some competition would be fantastic. Yeah. You know what? With eBay, just pouring a drink, sorry. I just wish they'd recognize. I don't think they seem to recognize the fact that there's a lot of competition out there for marketplaces, for buying and selling. I wish that they would recognize that, and I wish that they'd do something, because really eBay can afford to do a big gesture to just wipe out the competition, right? They've got nearly 1 billion visitors a month. All they'd have to do is say, no listing fees whatsoever, slash the shop fees, and you know, like when your shop listings have run out, you have to start paying. Scrap that. No listing fees whatsoever. You only pay when you sell. And I know it is for some personal sellers and stuff, but for most of us as business sellers, we end up running out of freebies. I think if they just scrapped it completely, they could wipe out the competition in a second. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. Okay, right, where are we up to? ebid. Right, let's share the screen. I'm going to delete my eBay. Here's ebid. You know what? You know what I first thought when I went onto this site? I thought it was ebuygumm, because it feels very, very similar to ebuygumm. So who operates on ebid? Now, what are the numbers for ebid? They get 318,000 views, or visitors, sorry, a month. 318,000 visitors a month. So it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but I have heard of people making decent sales on ebid. So there's an offer on here. Can you see it in the corner? 0 fees for life. So Seller Plus lifetime offer, $69.99. No listing fees, no final value fee option. 15 free photos, 5 stores, free uploads to Google Shopping, free uploads to Bing Shopping, import from eBay. Oh, it's got an import from eBay option. Unlimited listings for life. No store subscription fees. No more. Wow. Now for me, it's normally £140, but at the moment it's $69.99. Now for me, that doesn't sound like a bad little deal. And you can import from eBay. Right, somebody tell me something about ebid. Is it any good? Looks tidier. I assume you mean from ebuygumm. But it does look a bit similar to ebuygumm. But $69.99 lifetime, no listing fees, no final value option fees. I assume that's no fees for final value. And then a whole host of other things that you get. But that seems like a decent deal. And you can import from eBay. So potentially throw all your eBay listings on there automatically. That sounds interesting to me. Never heard of ebid, Laura. Never looked at ebid. Very small compared to eBay. Absolutely very small. Aaron said, I heard someone mention ebid but never visited it. There's somebody in the Money Mental group. Is it Lee? I can't remember. You know what my memory's like. I'm sure he actively gets sales on ebid. Search for a product. Okay, let's do that. Let's bring it back up. Let's do the search because I'm a Walking Dead fan. So let's see what there is Walking Dead on here. All categories Walking Dead. Right, we've got some results. We've got some comics here. Dead Man Walking. Walking Dead comics, nearly all comics. We've got Fear the Walking Dead. £1.30 for that DVD. That's not bad either. That's pretty cheap. £1.30. Let me have a look at that actually. Oh, hang on a minute. There's some graded comics here for £60 a piece. That seems pretty cheap, doesn't it? I don't know much about grading comics, but hang on a minute. Let me look at one of these. The Walking Dead number 147 comic. CGC 9.8 and it's £60. £4 delivery. You know what? So far of all the extra ones, you know, other than Depop and that, this one looks the most impressive to me thus far. Plenty of stuff coming up in results. Let's search for something else. What can I search for? Oh no, I better do it there, haven't I? Search for let's see. Oh, here we go. Manchester City. Let's see what comes up. Man City. We've got some match attacks cards, 10p each. God, is it even worth bothering with that? I guess they're banking on multiple buys. A load of programs, so not much Manchester City wise. Let's try PS5. There's some hats. There's a PS5 on there for 750 quid. And that's it, really. But at least the search is working because, look, it's brought up 3 items that are clearly PS5 related. And that's it. Now, when we go on ebuygumm in a minute, which is next, when you do their search, I'm pretty sure it cocks up. Anyway. Chris, what sort of material do you use for your background for your photos? Is it plastic? No, it's like a canvas. It's this stuff. Look, you probably can't even see it properly, but it's like a a white canvas material. That's what I use. Or I use that white wall there when I'm doing like clothing photos. Heard of ebid, never checked it out. Roller blinds are a good idea. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people use roller blinds, and then you can. I used to use in my old house. I used to use the projector screen, bring it down, great background, put it back up again. Film prop, Doctor Who. Sorry, yeah, quite a few listings. Design looks decent. I think ebid actually, that looked okay to me. I'd actually explore that. I might actually explore that. Am I okay? Am I pixelating? Sorry if I am. Cola's popped in. Hi, Cola. Oh, don't worry. We're just talking about marketplaces. We're running through each one as we go along. It's okay. So that's ebid. Oh, there's much I can do about it. Let me just check something. Yeah, I'm on. Let me have a look on here, because you know how I've got loads of windows open, which probably isn't helping. Let me just check on here. We'll be back with you in a sec. Have a breather. Just had an advert for Vinted. Yeah, we're breaking up, aren't we? Let's make sure Annabelle's not streaming. I'll get on the old walkie-talkie. Hang on a sec. Hang on a second. Oh, can't even bloody find it. Oh, here we go. Where's my thing? Are we still pixelated? There it is. Just hang on a second. Bells. I know. I think that's what it is. You know. Hopefully it'll come back. Normally it comes back in a minute. I'll just do it the easy way. It's not working, the walkie-talkie. Babe? Babe? Are you streaming anything? Oh, Sky should be all right. All right, don't matter. Hopefully it'll come back. So that's ebid. I think it's got potential. I might even have a closer look at that later on. So let's move on to the next one. And guess what, guys? It's the biggie. It's the big one. It's the one you've all been waiting for. Ebuygumm. Ebuygumm. Can your belly touch your bum? That's a true saying, by the way. Am I still pixelated? I don't like being pixelated. I feel like I'm dying. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be back soon. Anyway, ebuygumm. I'll carry on and I'll just hope that we get back soon. So we'll get rid of ebid, and here's ebuygumm. So why sign up to ebuygumm? Buy with assurance, buy directly from UK-based sellers, sell with confidence, bulk upload and sell your products quickly without selling fees. So at the moment, there's no fees at all on ebuygumm. Contact ebuygumm directly for answers, so UK customer service, and pay with security. They have their own integrated trust pay. I've had an account with ebuygumm. I listed one item, so it's not really a fair test. But obviously it didn't sell. I ended up selling it on eBay, so I took it down on ebuygumm. But ebuygumm search is not great. Next. Oh, sorry, I wasn't sharing the screen then, was I? Sorry, I do apologize. You all wanted to see this. So there you go. ebuygumm. Can you barely touch your bum? Here we go. So yeah, there you go. Why sign up for ebuygumm is there. So it's buy with assurance, sell with confidence, UK customer service, pay with security. No real unique selling point, if I'm honest. And I've got no stats on ebuygumm's traffic. That might tell its own story. But Maria, if you're still there, have you got any numbers for ebuygumm, please? I say, has anybody in the chat sold a single thing on ebuygumm? Just let us know, because I'd love to know if we've got anybody who's sold anything on there, rolling out the big guns. Chewing gum. Oh, do a search, right. It's been months. I don't know anyone who sold anything. It's a saying in the UK, PvP, William. It's a northern saying in an area of the UK called Yorkshire. And they say it. It's almost like saying, oh, blimey. Oh, ebuygumm. That's the saying. So it's like, ebuygumm, I'm tired, you know. ebuygumm, I've got to walk all the way to the shops today. It's got a buyout from eBay written all over it. Nope, Tori says no. Tried shopping on there. I'm going to do a search in a second. Night's Life is going to list something on there. Good luck. Terrible site to use. No, not tried. Ah, okay. They're not on SimilarWeb because they're very small. Are we back? Am I back normal again? Andy said, I'm from Yorkshire. I've never said ebuygumm. The UK banter. Some of my family have got connections in Yorkshire, and to be honest, I think it is a saying. I've heard it said. Oh, Monkey Thrifter's got 18 items on ebuygumm. 100 years ago on Last of the Summer Wine. Oh, bloody hell. ebuygumm. It's so true, that. My granddad said it. Oh, I'm back, thankfully. ebuygumm, didn't Leeds beat Man City? They did, Gary, they did. But ebuygumm, did it matter in the end? No, it didn't, because we're still champions. Let me just, let me share the screen. Let me do a search, and I'll see if their search is still knackered. Right, I'm going to search what I've been doing all night, and that is Walking Dead. Might as well stick to the same thing. And let's see what comes up under all categories. I've got adult listings under the Walking Dead. So I've got a mug. So I have got some Walking Dead stuff here. I've got mugs. I've got more mugs. Oh, it's a bit slow. I've got a costume. I've got a game. Okay, so it's working. It's working. There's costumes, games, and mugs so far. Yeah, we're still there. We've still got Walking Dead stuff. And now I've got a walking stick. So that's a fail. I've got a walking stick with a horse's head on it. I've got the long walk home painting. This is where it all goes wrong for ebuygumm. 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 Oh God, we need to get off this quick. This is where it goes wrong. The search is terrible. I've got an easy folding walking stick. Slinky original. I've got some cushion walk shoes. I've got nothing to do with The Walking Dead now. So it seems to give you the most relevant stuff first, and then it just gives you whatever the hell it wants. If it's a W in it, it will give you it. So anyway, I think we've had enough of ebuygumm. Joan says, I know the saying, so it must be ancient. Hopefully, ebuygumm proves us all wrong, becomes the top free selling format. You know what? I wish them all the best. You know, we're taking the mick a bit, but it's difficult, really, because it's difficult to take them seriously when they have that name, you know. When did mugs become adult? £30 for a walking stick. ebuygumm, it's all going tits up. Yeah. Walking stick for dead people. It does, Andy. Yeah, that's what it does. Okay, let's move on, because we've still got another 900 platforms, and I've only got 30 minutes left. Right, here's one that is about to come out. It's new. It's called Isuko. Don't even ask me what that means, but we're gonna go on it very quickly, because I think they are like in very early stages. So it's got a link here. Tell me when the app drops. So get first access, spread the word. This is a new page. It looks a lot like Depop, but there's this thing about the app for fashion lovers who want to take action for the planet. So there's a percentage of the money and something that goes to protecting the planet. So maybe just one to be aware of, but they're going to have to throw a lot of money at it, aren't they? Eskimo. Let's move on to the next one, because they're not even really launched yet, so we might as well. Etsy. Okay, so Etsy is a platform, if you didn't know, that focuses on vintage and craft and handmade stuff. So Etsy, let's share the screen for Etsy. Here we go. So I have had an account with Etsy. I have sold a few things on Etsy, but I'm not selling anything at the moment. They do charge you. I can't remember what the fees are. Somebody in the chat, let everyone know what the fees are on Etsy. But there is fees involved, listing fees and whatnot. But I think Etsy, what are the numbers? I've not got the numbers for Etsy, but I know they do have a pretty good following at the moment. Let us know your thoughts on that. I'd like to hear who uses Etsy. Interesting. Yes, thanks, James. Thanks for that. Cola said it'd be good to have a genuine eBay competitor to perhaps have a fees war. I was saying that before, Cola. I just think I think it would be great if eBay would recognize that they've got competitors out there that are taking their slice of the pie. And it would be great if they just made a relatively small move in their own marketplace, and they would just wipe everybody out, wouldn't they? If they just said there'll never be any fees anymore for listing anything, they'd wipe out the competition. And they'd bring a load of people back. They'd get everybody listing, people selling stuff, more customers would come. It would become a bigger marketplace. And some of the other, they'd get wiped out and we'd all have a better place. Etsy buyers are really nice for the most part. However, support is rubbish. Oh, that's interesting. Etsy goes nuts at Christmas. Right, JJ says 20p listing, 5% fees. I'm sure. Okay, that sounds similar to what I was thinking. I know they have that pence fee on it. Tea-Cake sold a few things on Etsy. The relist fees every 3 months wipe out any profit. So really, the idea is you want to sell your item within that 3 months, isn't it? They have a system like managed payments that pays out once a week. Etsy won't compete with eBay as you can only sell select items. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Zip Sale says Etsy 0.2 to 20p listing fee, 5%, 400 million visitors. So they're quite high on that list. Quite high. What are they? In terms of UK, second or third, maybe. They're pretty high on the list. A lot of visitors. So Etsy's well known, so I'm not going to stay too long on that one. Here's another one that we all know and, well, love it or hate it. Facebook Marketplace. You know what the annoying thing with Facebook Marketplace is? They could be so much better. And I believe that it's pretty good over in the States. It's much more professional. It's a much better selling platform. But here, it's like the Wild West, isn't it? Facebook is like the Wild West. It's a free-for-all. It's on the whole unregulated. People can scam you, and there's nobody to speak to or contact at Facebook to report it properly. Proper customer service. I know it doesn't. They don't take any fees, but I wouldn't mind paying a small fee if you were getting a really good marketplace. And Facebook Marketplace could be so much better. I think we've all probably dabbled a little bit in Facebook Marketplace. It could be so much better. That's what the frustrating thing is. Facebook globally and in the UK, of course, have so many users. They have millions and millions of users. And if they could sort out this marketplace in the UK, it would be so much better. It's so frustrating. You can only sell vintage items no later than 2002 on Etsy. JJ says the customers, so many flakes on Facebook Marketplace. Is this available? And they never turn up. I know it's that automated button, isn't it? When someone's looking at something, they get that automated question and they can just say, is this available? And then you answer it, and they weren't even interested in asking you the question in the first place. I'm saying all this about Facebook Marketplace. I sold something today. Somebody collected that. They messaged me yesterday and they collected today, and that is the perfect transaction. But I tell you what, that's probably 1 in 10 that happen like that. Message, agree, pick up with no issues. How often does it actually happen like that? Very frustrating. But I sold a skateboard yesterday and they collected it today. Only 12 quid. A sale's a sale. Jones never used Facebook Marketplace. Give it a go. Have a look. So much time wasting. Village restorations in high. I was going to say, you really did find out the hard way with Facebook scams. So happy your bank managed to get your money back. A lot of room for. There's so much that they could do. Waste of time, Laura says. I totally agree, JJ. Facebook are the ones who could come close with competing if they could be bothered getting it right. I know. Quite rare, yeah. To be fair, Joan, I plucked that number out of the air, but it's probably not far off. There's so many time wasters. Exactly, Jess. Yeah, exactly. It is pretty quick to list. Yeah, it is. And no fees, exactly, yeah. I've bought a few things. I mean, it can be good for buying from and then reselling as well. So, yeah, Facebook Marketplace. Well, we're moving on. So that's one that could be vastly improved, you know, but it is easy to sell. It's mostly cash in hand. And people will come to your door to collect things, so you don't have to post it. You can post as well if you're careful with how you do it. There's an option to make a Facebook shop, yes, which is completely different from Marketplace, correct? But I tell you what, Maria, creating a shop on Facebook is an absolute nightmare. They make the process so complicated, it's unbelievable. I had one, but I didn't know what kind of shop I had. I didn't know, there were so many options that I didn't understand what to choose. And then if you try and link it to your Instagram, well, that's another matter. If you try and have an Instagram shop, bloody hell, I haven't got a clue how to do it. It's impossible, actually. I'd go as far as to say it's almost impossible. Yeah, that is true, Stephen. I think that's when you end up getting those messages, is this available? You accidentally send it. Night's Life loves it. Richard loves it. Exactly. Good point with the cash in hand, yeah. It's very difficult to do, though. You have to have a certain set of parameters to be able to do it. I mean, I tried. I wanted to have an Instagram shop and Facebook shop, but trying to get the two to connect was ridiculous. The options that they make you choose when you're creating that Facebook shop, it's like, it's mind-blowing. Don't understand half of it. Doesn't need to be that complicated. Let's crack on. This is something I don't use, never used it. I've never bought anything. I've never sold anything. Gumtree. Who's into Gumtree? Who's a fan of Gumtree? And why is it called Gumtree? I don't get it. It's a bit like ebuygumm, innit? Why bother? What's behind that? So Gumtree, I always think of Gumtree as a bit like a classified ads page. A bit like Craigslist, isn't it? A bit like Craigslist. It's got the categories on here. You can list stuff for sale, like local sales, isn't it? It's local stuff mainly. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, that kind of stuff. I've never bought anything and I've never sold anything on here. So I'm relying on you lot to tell me what it's like. Dave used it a few years back. Jimmy says, I don't like Gumtree. Laura says, I started out on Gumtree. It was busy, but now it's dead. Oh, right. I hear a lot of people talking about Gumtree, but I don't really hear like amazing things. Another one full of scammers. Joan used it. Sold vintage chairs. Full of creeps. From the Velvet Fox. Only time JJ used it was to find somewhere to live. Sometimes it's better to niche down into just one or maybe two platforms, as it can be a real mess for your business. You need a different mindset. And I think, you know what, you're right there, because I sometimes struggle dealing with like 2 or 3 marketplaces. I don't know, it's just hard to get your head round keeping on top of each one, isn't it? And the time it takes. Because sometimes you think to yourself, oh, if I spend an hour now just cross-listing onto Depop, would that hour be better served just listing on eBay? You know, am I more likely to get some sales? So sometimes I kind of like feel like my time's being wasted. Let me catch up. Oh, there's a lot of people talking about Gumtree here. In May 2005, Gumtree was acquired by eBay's classified group. Oh, that's interesting. John says it's good for buying off, maybe. Zip Sale Maria says Gumtree shifted towards jobs, services, and commercial property, but I've heard from several resellers that furniture is good. Oh, that's interesting. If you're into buying and selling furniture, maybe it's a good place. Upper Gumtree means hard up. Well, Upper Gumtree, I always think, oh, if you're up a Gumtree, it means like you're up shit's creek, basically. You're in a bad spot. A spot of bother. What the hell? I had people calling my wife, can you wear knickers and I'll pay £40 for them? Jesus Christ. Mostly cars and furniture ads. A lot of scammers. Hi, Rob. Krillin. What's the good word, Chris? I don't know what that means. Okay, well, we might as well shift on because we know what Gumtree is, but it's an option, isn't it? It's a local option, especially furniture by the sounds of it. Oh, here, what's this? I sell everything on Gumtree. People like to buy a few things at a time from me. I have 600 ads. Wow. And lots of people in Australia use it. That's interesting to hear. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Now, anyone heard of this one? This is random. Huey. Now, it does stand for something. So let's share the screen and we'll have a look at this one. Huey. Oh, bugger it. It does stand for something. Hang on. Bollocks, what was it? Hardly ever worn it. That's it. There it is. It's there in the bloody email, in the address. Hardlyeverwornit.com, Huey. So you can buy and sell pre-owned luxury fashion. So it's another, is it another high-end one? Yeah. It looks like designer. Gucci, Dior, Chanel. There's Hermes again. Bloody expensive, that Hermes shit, isn't it? Look at that. 22 grand for that thing. Prada. I wonder if it's rated excellent on Trustpilot, apparently. how it works. Let's look at that. I'm not going to spend too long on this one because it's high-end stuff, and let's face it, there's not a lot of us who are high-end. And if you want me to, I'll just speak for myself in that. Specialize in designer clothing, shoes, and accessories. Online security. Passionate about a safe environment. Blah, blah, blah. Become a buyer. Become a seller. Free to list items. Your product gets reviewed within hours. So every product gets reviewed before being listed. 18% commission. So there you go. 18% to sell your designer items on Huey, which stands for hardly ever worn it.com. Huey Lewis in the news, yeah. Yeah, thanks. I just couldn't see it. I like the name, JJ says. It's got the prices like what I sell. It's got my prices. But yeah, it's high-end stuff, so we're aware of it now, which is good, but I probably won't never use it. So I'm just going to briefly mention this because this is another platform where you can sell, but it's directly linked or almost directly linked to Facebook Marketplace. And that is Instagram Marketplace. Do any of you have a shop on Instagram? Let us know in the chat over here. Let us know, have you got a shop on Instagram? I was in the process of creating one on my Instagram page. But again, it just wouldn't connect to my Facebook. It would not connect. The Velvet Fox has got an Instagram shop. Let us know how you find it. You know, do you get good sales from it? I mean, I've had decent sales just through Instagram, just by posting stuff on Instagram, pictures of things that I'm selling, pictures of stuff that I'm listing. People will message and say they're interested in XYZ. You do a deal via Instagram. So it's interesting that you can have your own shop on Instagram. I just couldn't get it functioning properly. Hi, Pat. Pat from Ireland, good evening. 18% of the final fees, that was for Huey. Those guys are raking it in, yeah. That's Instagram. I'll shut that one down. Okay, that's good to know. If you've got a Shopify, it can be easily connected to Instagram just in case. So if any of you guys do have a Shopify, there you go. You may know that already. I don't know, but if you're thinking about it as well, that's something you can link up. I don't think you do, Rob. I think nearly all of these marketplaces that we're discussing tonight is operating the same way that you would on eBay. You list an item, you're responsible for shipping it. I don't think you send it into them. Here you go, Instagram Marketplace. It's easy enough to use. As I sell on Etsy and Depop mostly, my buyers will go to those platforms. However, I am in the process of making a website for my vintage shop. Oh, that's really good. Really good. Nice one. Good to hear. We'll shift on to the next one. I would like to get an Instagram shop up and running. Sorry, I did that wrong. I've got the wrong order. There we go. I've put it back into the correct order. Right, we'll shift on. Now, here's another one that's been around for a little while. Pre-loved. And we'll share the screen so that we can have a little ganders. Pre-loved. Oh, straight away I'm hit with don't fall victim to unscrupulous sellers. So it's preloved.co.uk. Let's have a look at some of these ads. You can get a free car seat, free outdoor toys, a Muddy Fox bike there for 24 quid. Let's try what stuff? Pet checklist, scams, community memberships with categories, pets, livestock and horses, furniture, clothing and jewelry, home and family. So it's got a massive range of, it's got the full range by the looks of it of categories. Let's have a look in here, see if I can search for something. Walking Dead. 90 results. According to my list, Pre-loved has 3.9 million, so nearly 4 million visitors a month. Walking Dead, I've got t-shirts here, books. There's stuff listed on here. What the fees are on this one, let's have a look. Place an advert. See if it'll tell me here. Here we go. So there's private sellers and business sellers, a little bit like eBay. So if you're a private ad, you can place free ads. Doesn't cost a penny, no listing, no selling fees, no catches. So it's completely free if you're a private seller. If you're a business or a charity, let's click that, see what happens. Okay. Business membership is £20 plus VAT a month and allows you up to 100 adverts each month with no listing or selling fees and no tie-in. You can cancel at any time. You can do enhanced adverts as well. So basically £20 a month for up to 100 ads, and that is all that you pay. Anyone any experience with Pre-loved? Laura says, never really found anything on Pre-loved to buy. It's just a quieter version of Gumtree. Oh, okay. I bought a horse from Pre-loved. Perfect for bloody hell. Search freebies near you. You'll be surprised what people give away. Ah, that's interesting. I might even try that, John. I'm going to have a go at that. How do I search free? Categories. I don't know how you do it, to be honest. I'd have to fanny about probably to discover that. I'll try it later. So Pre-loved. So I don't think there's many of you using that by the sounds of it. So all these extra marketplaces, you know, would you even consider listing on some of them? I mean, I think as far as like the high-end stuff, if you had like Chanel and all that stuff, then it could be worth you looking at some of these marketplaces, I think, just because you're going to get people who are willing to, who want the real deal and willing to pay for it, rather than maybe buying it off eBay. You might wonder if it's fake or not. So maybe for that sort of niche, it's worth it. But some of these really small websites, you wonder how they're surviving, really, don't you? Freebies in the title, try Gumtree. Jasmine Rose Pre-Loved. Oh, you're not part of Pre-Loved, are you? Hi guys, I 100% believe your time is better spent sticking to one platform. I was cross-listing on eBay and Depop Etsy. Since cutting out cross-listing and just listing more on eBay, sales have doubled. Okay. But the only issue you get with that, Jasmine, is what happens when eBay has quiet times? Are you okay with that? And I mean, I always say that when you're looking at your eBay sales, you have to look at them over the course of a month to really gauge what kind of month you've had. Because it can drive you potty when you have a quiet day, a no sales day, or a quiet week. But if you're having a quiet month, then you've really got to consider how your business is going, because a quiet month is not good. So I kind of understand where you're coming from. However, maybe having one or two doesn't hurt. Maybe that helps back up your business a little bit. But yeah, it's a fine balancing act, definitely, between cross-listing elsewhere and losing time on your main selling platform. It's a fine balance. So thanks for sharing. Velvet Fox says, I feel a lot of them are a waste of time because there's much less traffic. If someone wants to buy something, they go to eBay or Amazon. Yeah, every second spent on pre-loved or similar is time wasted that you could focus on bigger platforms. Yeah, fair enough. The thing is, listing time is too valuable to list on sites that don't get sales. Time is money. I agree. I don't agree with eBay having quiet time. You put in what you get back. If you are not having sales, there's a reason for it. Listing on multiple platforms makes sense. Some people only exclusively buy off certain platforms. Okay, we've done pre-loved, so we might as well move on. That one's deleted. That one. I'll just briefly mention this because I don't really see it as a platform, a marketplace at the moment, but I think somebody mentioned earlier about it possibly looking to evolve into a marketplace at some point in the future. But Shopify, I just see this as a website building platform to build your own website. And I know you can pull in, say, all your eBay listings, you can pull them into your Shopify store pretty easily. So it can add another string to your bow. But I personally, I don't really see Shopify themselves as being a marketplace. But this is one of the additional things that you can do with your business. You could have a Shopify page. You can list your products on it. You can cross-list automatically. You know, I've had a Shopify. Personally, I wouldn't go back to having one because the problem really would be that my eBay store, everything that I sell on eBay, it's completely mixed. It's completely random. You know, when I first started, I used to do movie-related items and toys and figures and stuff. But now I do all kinds of stuff, vintage clothing and bric-a-brac and all sorts, random clothing. So how would I get the right audience to go to my Shopify website? That would be really difficult because I would have to focus in on one niche, wouldn't I? That's what I don't get. I don't think it would work for me, really, having another Shopify. Maybe if I say like Z, has his only cool stuff, and he has all his movie figures and all that stuff. That works with a website, because you can focus all your SEO and your promotional stuff into that area of work, an area of product. But for my eBay store, that wouldn't work. I sell everything and anything. I'd have to be like a bazaar. It would be weird. It'd be bizarre. Yeah, Jasmine, it's a good point. It's a good point. Because you know what? And I said it earlier. I don't know if you were here, but I said it earlier in the show. I said, sometimes when I'm listing on Depop, I wonder if my time is better spent listing stuff back on eBay. I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like my time's being wasted. But I think, like, if you do cross list, like on, say, from eBay to Depop, maybe the time that you do the cross listing, maybe that should be added time. Like, say you do all your listing 8 till 4 during the day. Say that's your main eBay work. Maybe you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to just spend 30 minutes in an evening doing some cross listing onto Depop, which otherwise I might be sat watching telly. So then you're not losing time on eBay. Shopify can cross post to eBay, not perfect. All right, okay. I didn't know you could do it the opposite way around. I knew you could drag it in from eBay. Yeah, I think your page, I think if you have a website or a Shopify website, there's got to be a focus on it. There's got to be a category. eBay's often mixed, yeah. I agree with JJ regarding what you get out, what you put in. Yeah, yeah. No, it's a fair comment. It's very fair. It's interesting to hear everybody's viewpoints, because it makes you think about how you run your business and what's the best way to do it. What about this one? Shpock. We're getting to the end of our list now, thankfully, because we've hit 2 hours. Shpock, and we've still got, there's still nearly 100 of you in, which you've stayed with it, you've stuck with it, so thank you. I hope you found it interesting thus far. There's 4 more to go, 4 more left. Yeah, we've got Shpock, we've got Captain Kirk, we've got the Starship Enterprise. Oh, I beat you to it. Village Restoration. Thanks, Rob. Bloody hell, he's a right bugger, isn't he, for doing these super chats. Thank you for the super chat of $2. New name for your seller site, the Bizarre Bazaar. You know what? It's a cracking name, that, isn't it? It's a cracking name. I think someone needs to take that, but yeah, it's a good one. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Spocky's crap. Let's just share the screen quickly so we can have a little look at Spock. When you're done, sell it on. 0 fees, 0 hassle, 0 reasons not to. Top searches in the UK: mobile phones, cases, games consoles. Oh, they've literally listed every category in the world in their top searches. Let's try looking for Walking Dead on this one, see what comes up. Ads for Walking Dead for sale. So we've got some games, some comics, some books, some figures. They've got delivery on these as well, so it's not just local stuff. £60 for Daryl, bloody hell. So they've got some stuff. Plenty of Walking Dead stuff. Sell now. Oh, I need to set up an account. So it's basically all free, isn't it? A bit like Gumtree, perhaps, and that kind of thing. I used to use Shpock. I still find the odd bargain, but selling isn't as good as it was. A few of my friends using. Oh yeah, we know about Wish. A bit like AliExpress, all from China, isn't it? Shpock is such a poorly executed platform. Most stuff sold stays on the site and no one responds. Agreed, Damien. It's shpocking. The app is much easier than the website. Okay, thanks, Laura. Zip sale. You never know the best place to sell used stuff as its unique price, condition, trend. It's better to try sometimes to sell on a different platform and experiment a little. Fair point. I mean, eBay is a general selling site, isn't it? You go to Depop and you have a specific audience selling specific, buying and selling specific things. And the same with Etsy. So I can understand listing on those kind of different platforms. But when you start drilling down into the likes of Bonanza, maybe ebid, Gumtree, Pre-Loved, you have to question whether it's worth it. You definitely got to question whether it's worth it or not with those smaller ones. Okay, so that's Shpock. Let's delete that one off of there. We're down to the last three. It's in alphabetical order. So here's one that is for designer clothing again. And it's called the Vestiae Collective. It's for luxury and designer items. And the Vestiae Collective have just over 3 million visits every month. So there's quite a lot of people out of all the designer ones that we've looked at. Let me just have a quick scan. Yeah, out of all the designer marketplaces, this one has definitely got the most traffic. So it's called Vestiae Collective. I think it's UK and Europe. And again, we are looking at expensive items. Not massively expensive. Look, we've got £63, we've got £90. So maybe this is like the more affordable. We've got Prada for £220. Maybe this is the more affordable of the designer marketplaces, because some of the others were thousands and thousands of pounds. So what happens? So sell an item. Oh, it's just, I wonder what the fees are on this one. I'm just going to try and look. I'm not seeing anything for fees. Let's go back to the home. Let's go back down to the bottom. Can we get the bottom up? Right. Sell. Oh, it's gone. It's got an annoying website, I know that much. How to sell. Let's try that. List it, download the app. Sell it. When your item is sold, ship. Oh, this is different. So, I think this is what Rob was trying to say earlier. So basically, when your item sells, you have to ship it to Vestiae Collective. and their experts check it for quality and authenticity before sending it to the buyer. So that's interesting. I've not heard of the other ones doing that. We secure the payment. Once the item is shipped to the buyer, the payment is processed, and you earn up to 80% of the purchase price. So by the sounds of it, your fees start at 20%. Interesting. Oh, there you go. See, Tori's bought something from this site. That's good. From the Vestiae Collective. I bought from that site a beautiful Moncler coat. Well, you've got more money than sense then, Tori, haven't you? I hope you got a good deal for it. She's obviously getting paid too much. Vestiae Collective is huge now. They've started taking such brands as Zara, Cars, I don't know what that is, Levi's, etc. Huge amount of Asian buyers. Items listed for up to £130 have a fixed commission of £13. Oh, okay. So that's 10%. For all other amounts, commission is calculated based on the price of your item and will represent between 50 and 25%. Thank you for that, Maria. Appreciate you clarifying. So if it's up to 130 quid, it's 10%. And you send it to them, they make sure it's all good before sending it on. Vestiaire for high-end clothing as they verify authenticity, therefore can ask top-end prices. Well, that's an interesting one. So people seem to know a bit more about that. That would explain the fact that they seem to be the biggest marketplace for your designer higher end stuff. So that could be an example of one that could be worth working with, possibly. If it's a cheaper item, you can send it directly without the authentication. Okay. See, if nothing else, we're learning, aren't we? We're learning all about these marketplaces. So let's shift on to the next one. And this is one that this is a platform that I'm quite liking at the moment, Vinted. How many of you as resellers, business resellers, are willing to admit that you are selling on Vinted? I've bought some stuff off Vinted. Annabelle has bought and sold off Vinted. I've sold one item on Vinted. I only had 3 items up and I sold one of them. So that was good. And it was quite an expensive item as well. But I think Vinted have got the potential to go far. I really like their app. I like their navigation on their app. It's very, very easy to use and search and buy and list and sell. It's all very, very easy. I find it really user-friendly. I find their saved searches that you can set up really good to use as well. And they've got a massive advertising campaign going on at the moment. The numbers I've got on Vinted from last year were 350,000 visits a month. But I bet you now it's much more than that because their advertising has been huge. This is their online sort of desktop website, but it's mainly app-based. Laura, mixed feelings. Buyers don't pay and sellers don't ship. Well, I tell you what, I tell a lie. The very first item that I wanted to purchase on Vinted for myself, I paid and they didn't ship. So you're right, Laura. You're right. However, ever since that first bad experience, I've bought loads of stuff off Vinted, a lot of stuff for myself. I found some great items on there. And I really like the user interface that Vinted have got going on at the minute. My 8-year-old wants to list her old clothes on there as she keeps seeing the advert. They are obviously targeting youngsters with their advertising campaigns. Yeah, I think they're targeting people who might ordinarily like go to a boot sale and take their stuff to a boot sale. Just sell it online instead of selling it at a boot sale. Yeah, or people that might use Facebook Marketplace. They're trying to create a simple selling marketplace that anyone can use. It's not complicated at all. Velvet Fox, I sell personal and a few resale bits in Vinted, but I don't like how you have to wait until the buyer confirms the order before you get paid. You have to wait 21 days, I think. I didn't wait that long, I don't think. I'm pretty sure. No, I didn't wait that long at all. I sold a coat that was like 70 quid or something. And I shipped it. And as soon as they received it, they clicked to say they were received it. And I got paid straight up, literally immediately. And I withdrew it into my bank. I didn't leave it in Vinted. I withdrew it. So I didn't have to wait that long. Oh, right. Okay. So you're saying that if the buyer doesn't like say that they've received it, you have to wait that period. I think Vinted is, I think I'd like, I wonder if they're going to decide to open it up to more business sellers. Because if you browse on Vinted, it's pretty clear that there's lots of business sellers. There's lots of resellers selling stuff on there. There's people with hundreds and hundreds of items. They're not selling it out of their own wardrobe. They are not. So it's clear it's going on. Vinted maybe just turning a blind eye to it because they're trying to build their marketplace. But why don't they allow some provision for it? Yeah, I get you. So yeah, that's Vinted. Big campaign at the minute, been going on. I don't know what the numbers are at the minute. I bet they've got more. I bet they've got more visitors than 350,000. I think it's worth a try. Like, even just as a buyer, it's worth having a look on Vinted. I think the prices are reasonable most of the time. Obviously, there are some expensive things, but Vinted's one to look out for, I think, for the future. We'll move on to our final one, and this is a bit of a random. And it's another classified sort of one. It's called Wallapop. Wallapop? What? What the hell is Wallapop? I mean, what a silly name. It's got 4.5 million visits every month to Wallapop. I keep wanting to say Wallapop because it just sounds so good. So it's a local classified ads page. This is what it looks like. Am I sharing? Did I forget? No, I'm sharing. Let's have a look. Walking Dead. Sorry, this stream has lasted way too long. I do apologise, but thanks for hanging in there. This is our last marketplace. Everything's in euros. I wonder if I need to change that to English. Or maybe it's more of a European. Yeah, there's lots of European stuff going on here. Is this more Europe? Can I change it? Oh, it's on ukwallapop.com, but everything's in euros. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. It doesn't make sense, to be honest, that it says ukwallapop.com and then everything is in foreign language. So maybe we just need to ignore this one for now. Maybe we'll ignore it. Oh, here we go. Wallapop says that they are in the UK, but I couldn't sell anything on their website. Oh, okay. Yeah, there is Discogs and stuff as well. Yeah, I didn't touch on Discogs. It's like trading card stuff as well. There's an app called, well, I tell you what, whilst we're here, this last 10 minutes, drop in any that I've missed and we'll have a quick look at them. So I know there's Discogs, because I did say there's more than 25. I did put a little rider in that. I didn't say that it was all of them. Let's have a look at Discogs. I know about Discogs, but we'll bring it up anyway in case anybody else doesn't know about Discogs. It's an online sort of marketplace for buying and selling records and stuff. Do I have to get UK page up? Here we go. So if we share the screen again, we'll cover some of these that we missed. My computer's slowing up a little bit. It must be getting tired. So here we go. This is Discogs. And it is literally a marketplace for vinyls, CDs, music kind of stuff. And I know a lot of people who are, you know, who sell media like this will use Discogs. So that's one to look at. There's an app called Village, which I bought items from. They're fairly new. Oh, okay. Let's have a look at that one. Village people, I just saw there. Do I need to put marketplace or something? Village marketplace. I'm not seeing anything jump out at me. Can I narrow that down a bit? Let me know. StockX, that was another one. Let me have a. I'd not heard of that one. Let's have a look at that. I know it's all about trainers. Somebody mentioned it earlier on. So here's another option. Buy and sell authentic sneakers. Oh, okay. We've got PS5s on here as well. We've got gaming on here, and there's T-shirts as well. Sell. How it works. List a product for sale or sell immediately at the highest bid. Ship your item within 2 business days. We authenticate, then we ship it to the buyer. Okay. Oh, bloody cookies. We release the funds to you. Okay. In order to ensure the integrity of our marketplace, a $15 penalty will be assessed if you fail to ship your item within 2 days or if the item received does not pass verification. So I'm not sure what their actual charge is. Okay, so that's StockX, and looks like it's mainly trainers, but possibly some other stuff as well. Next one should be on electronics and furniture. Very interesting stream. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate it. Discogs is a great resource for info on music media if you need to figure out something that you're selling. Not on the high street did not want our fabulous products. What's this one? Abe Books. $15 penalty. Yeah, no, Pleasant Valley. What's Abe Books? Hang on a second. Abe Books UK. Let's share screen. Abe Books. A passion for books. Bloody cookies every time you go on a website. It doesn't even remember anymore. The cookies don't even remember that you've said it's okay for cookies. I mean, it's ridiculous. Independent sellers, not just books. We are known for used and rare books, but we also sell fine art and collectibles. So if you're into books and fine art and collectibles, maybe this. I've not heard of this one. Start selling. £17 a month to start selling. You've got to submit an application. There you go then. That's another new one. So have we covered everything, really? Have we covered most of the marketplaces? Oh, the Lego site. Yeah. Lego site, Bricklink. I know Damien was using Bricklink, wasn't he? To part out bits of Lego. I mean, Damien, if you've not fallen asleep or lost the will to live, just tell us if you're still doing Bricklink. Yes. Oh, bloody cookies again. Start making room on your shelves. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so you can sell all the little bits of Lego. I know he was doing it for a while. I don't know if he's still doing it or not, or if he found that it was useful. There's a marketplace on there as well. Oh, yes, he is still. What, you still alive? Or you still selling on Bricklink? We already mentioned Shopify. I've not heard of Brick Owl. Michael, we already did Shopify. May still be back doing it after the big move. We'll have the space. Oh, okay. Was it worth it? Were you making some reasonable money out of it? Or were you getting some sales and stuff? Let us know before we finish the stream. Oh, I'm done in. We've done an epic 2.5 hours, and I just want to thank you all for being so interactive, for putting your experiences in the chat, and thank you for Maria at Zip Sale for coming in and joining us and giving her knowledge on all the different sites as well. That's been invaluable, so thank you. I did okay. Investment heavy. Okay, well. Oh, you know what? eBay is the biggest, isn't it? eBay is still the best. There's still no real competitor, other than if you're a big Amazon fan, which is fine. I'm not. Don't like Amazon. You know what? I don't even buy a lot off Amazon either. I'd rather buy off eBay. So, out of all the marketplaces we've discussed, is there any that you'd actually consider cross-listing to? Drop it in the comments. You know, is there one that you've seen that you think, you know what, that I might actually have a look at that? I like the look of ebid. I like the look of that. I'd love to get an Instagram shop going. I think that would be useful. But I think it is also important to balance your time and decide where your item is best placed. Sometimes it's just eBay, and sometimes you have to consider if it's best placed somewhere else. I'm not doing foreign ones as well, Dave. Bloody hell, how long do you think I've got? Bloody Japan. I'm not doing Japan and Asia as well. Interesting stream. Thanks, Tori. Appreciate it. Cheers, PvP. Thanks, Maria. Thanks for coming along, and thanks for your input. It's been interesting, Ali says. I'm surprised people are still even awake. CEX are good for trading vouchers. Yeah, good point. Tori says, I'm sticking with eBay. eBay, easy to use, global marketplace. It's the number one. Annabelle told me he was going to be ours. Hi, Jason. How are you doing? Well, you've just joined us right at the end of our stream. We've been talking about all the different marketplaces available in the UK. There's over 25. In fact, we've added a few extras. So there's probably about 30 marketplaces in the UK to buy and sell stuff on. PvP says, as far as time and sales results go, I'll likely stick with eBay. I would not cross-list without proper stock management integrations. Any cross-list tool needs to take in Amazon. Good luck with that. Amazon would be very, very difficult to cross-list to, wouldn't it? Like automatically. Very interesting. Grass is not greener. I was watching another one of your videos and I saw you were live. Oh, thanks, Jason. Good to have you popping by. Oh, Cardex for trading cards in beta, so no idea how good. Pawnbrokers. Right. Well, we're pretty much done for this week. Right. What's coming up this week on the channel? So I've got a charity shop / tip shop video out this week. There's no movie chats this week. It's next week. So you've got Thursday night off. This time next week, we are back to our normal Reseller World show. It's the end of the month show. So it's the 31st of May. It's the last show of the month, which means freebies, giveaways, and lots of fun. I've not even decided what we're going to do, but that'll be on next Monday night. Hopefully we'll have Bell back and we'll do Bell's Bell and all that stuff. So we'll be back to normal next week. If you found it reasonably interesting tonight, don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video. Yeah. And if you're not subbed, you can subscribe down there. I'm sure you don't need me to point out exactly where those buttons are, but it's a bit of fun, isn't it? We're done. I'm tired. It's bedtime. So we'll see you all on the next video. And thanks for joining us. You've been great. I say that with absolute honesty. I'm trying to drag it out because I can't find my ending VT. There it is. See you later, everybody. I hope you found it useful, genuinely. See you later. Take care.